X-Men First Class star James McAvoy has signed on to join the upcoming Fox film Frankenstein, not to be confused with the upcoming Aaron Eckhart film I, Frankenstein. McAvoy will be playing Dr. Victor Frankenstein and joins Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe, who was cast earlier this year to play Igor. Chronicle writer Max Landis wrote the screenplay for the film and said this about it. I began to pick apart our knowledge of Frankenstein and discovered that the public's idea of this myth comes from a million different places. Landis told ShockedToYouDrop.com last year, I became committed to recontextualizing it all so it all worked in one story. By the end of the day, it's a period piece, and yes, it's from Igor's perspective. But man, it's cool. It's the best thing I've written. John, are you looking forward to Frankenstein?
Well, I wasn't going to. To be honest, like right now there's a small film out already called Frankenstein's Army. We got the Aaron Eckhart film I, Frankenstein coming. And now we hear that Fox has a Frankenstein movie coming. Now granted, they all sound like three very different films, but still based on Frankenstein. And seeing James McAvoy playing Dr. Frankenstein, hearing that's going to be told from the perspective of Igor with Daniel Radcliffe, I think that's pretty interesting. I'm still waiting for Daniel Radcliffe to have that moment, to have that role where we just stop instantly thinking of Harry Potter when we look at him. Now, we're always going to associate Harry Potter with Daniel, no doubt. And that's not a bad thing. But I just hope he can get that role under his belt, that film under his belt, that when we look at him, we don't just instantly think Harry Potter. We think Daniel Radcliffe, the actor. But the thing that makes me excited about this is hearing a guy like Max Landis, who is a terrific talent, say, this is the best thing I've ever written. Now, you expect to hear that from people doing the publicity circuit and the publicity tour for a film, but we're not at that point yet. And if you've watched any of Max Landis' stuff on YouTube, you know he's not a BS artist either. And if he's saying that he believes this is the best thing he's ever written, then I believe that he thinks this is the best thing he's ever written. And that makes me really darn curious to see it. So for that reason alone, I'm looking forward to it. Dennis, what about you?
Yeah, I'm the same way. At first when I was reading it, I was like, oh, I'm not really that interested until I saw that Max Landis was writing it, and he wrote Chronicle. So I'm interested in the take that he's going to have, and that we see something different. That it's not going to be the same old Frankenstein story, and that he's going to bring a fresh spin on it. So once his name pops in there, I'm immediately much more interested. But before I was like, okay, now.